In the next step, we're going to create an initial outlay table from year 1 to 10. And then we're going to record the business, link the website in the business, the asking price in here, and also any other equipment, and the CCA class. So I'm going to launch that right now, which equipment are in there. And then I'm going to deduct the total for the yearly depreciation that we're going to be using later for taxes. And I'm going to yellow highlight the initial outlay. We'll be using that to easily identify it in the future. So in Excel, I'm going to start with initial outlay in the cell A1. And then I'm going to start with year 0. And I'm going to make this a formatted cell that'll have the numbers 0 to 10. So I'm just going to put 0 and then I'm going to go Control 1 and then Tab and then End to Custom and then Tab and then go in full quotations, year space quotation and then pound. Actually, I should put a 0 there. Control 1, Tab, 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 and then and then End, backspace. I'm going to put a 0. So we'll include the zeros if there are ones. And then now I'm going to go to the cell beside it and go equal the one before it plus 1. And then I'm going to shift and go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and go Control R to autofill it all the way over. So year 1 to year 0. And I'm going to go Shift and across and make an underline on this. So that's Alt H and then B for border. And then bottom border is O. And down. There we go. And I'm just going to say this is the supplement business. And I'm going to hyperlink it. So Alt Tab and then Control Tab to get to this business, Control L, Control C to copy it, Alt Tab to get back to Excel, and then to make a hyperlink, Control K, and then Control V, and then enter. It's linked. And so the asking price was somewhere between 500,000 and 1 million that we'd be negotiating. And I'm just going to put the middle of the range for that. So I'm going to say $750,000. And I want all these formatted. Actually, I'll format them when I figure out how many rows. Because then I'm going to have equipment, or in this case, it's not equipment, it's furniture. And furniture is $200,000 of furniture. And I'm going to also have a total line. So I know that there's going to be 3 lines and all these across and even one more that I'm going to be selling, I want to all be showing in dollars. So Control 1 to get into format, Tab, go down to currency, and I want 0 decimal places, and then enter. And now the total initial outlay is not going to be adding these two numbers because the $200,000 in furniture comes with it. It's part of the $750,000. So my only initial outlay is the $750,000. I'm going to go equal and just have that. And that one we're going to highlight. So Alt H and then H for highlight, and it's yellow. That's the code we're going to use for initial outlay. So we can very clearly see it. We're going to use it in formulas later. Now we need to, at the end of this 10 years, I'm going to sell it. It's going to be a sell price. I also want to find the CCA class and the percent used in that CCA class. So I'm actually not going to figure out how much money I'm going to sell this with at a higher amount. If you want to deduce that somehow in your business, and you have a good rationale for it, then you can argue that. I'm just going to have it the same as the original price, equal and the original price. I'm going to assume the money that I make from it is the profit that I'm going to make in these 10 years. And then now the CCA for, in this case, is just retail equipment. That is, I'm going to go Shift Control Tab to get back to CCA classes. And I'm just going to look for office furniture or retail furniture. Okay, none of that. I'm just going to have to go search. So one that I think here, it's property that you use in your business that's not included in other classes, like buildings, data network infrastructure, equipment, software. I'm pretty sure it's 8. If you want to find a better one and argue that, great. But I'm going to call mine 8, and it's worth 20%. So for furniture, 8 and 20%. And so now I'm going to use this to calculate what percent that I'm paying every year. And so the way to calculate that is equal what it was last year multiplied by, in brackets, 1 minus whatever this percent is. And I'm going to F4 it twice, because I only have one line. You may have more than one line, and so you may want to autofill it down and refer to a different, actually I want to make it one more F. Yeah, it's the column. I always wanted to refer to O column, but not necessarily row 3, because it might be row 4 or row 5. And then close bracket. And then Shift and across the year 10 to select all that, and then Control R to autofill it across. And then now I'm going to total this. And now in my case, the total is not actually necessary because there's only one line, but you might have more than one line. So equal sum of how much there is in all of these. For me, it's just 1, but yours might be more. And then autofill that across, Control R. And I'm done.